Hail Metal Nation, it is time for a metal promo review, which we haven't done in quite a long time. So to refresh your memory, this is when we take metal promos that have been sent to us. Mike gets his chomper thing, and oh yeah, that's Mike. I'm Tim. And this is podcast them down. See, it's been a while, we're rusty, unlike your metal chomper thing. Anyway, we take metal promos that have been sent to us, read them, and decide how many ears, up to 2, we intend to give said item being promoed based only on the promo. So, makes sense?
Yes.
No. Yes.
To me, it makes a lot of sense.
All right, let us begin. Against Evil, awesome heavy metal blast from India. New album, Give 'Em Hell.
This picture is awesome. Their band photo?
Yeah, everything about this is amazing right up front. So we'll get there. There's not too much in here, actually. So
that's even better.
Yeah. So, Give 'Em Hell by Against Evil comes out July 12th, 2024 on CD, vinyl, and digital. The tracks are Lock and Load, which is an intro track at 45 seconds. Give 'Em Hell, 309. Full Speed Ahead. You don't need the times. Full Speed Ahead, Warriors, Stay Dead. Lights Out, Hellfire, Creature of the Night, and Killing Machine. Clocks in at 32 minutes and 5 seconds. It is the triumphant return of the highly esteemed Indian metalers. The third album, Give 'Em Hell, is bursting with fervor and bite. I saw that and I read bursting with flavor. The most powerful and effective release of the band so far. The band says about the new title track, Give 'Em Hell. Give 'Em Hell is a pretty straightforward meat and potatoes kind of heavy metal song, packed with rapid-fire riffs, explosive drums and bass, high-octane vocals, and a blistering solo. It was an instant no-brainer to release this track as the first single, as it perfectly represents the overall vibe and sonic intensity of the entire album. It's got the band firing on all cylinders and is guaranteed to get your fist pumping and turn adrenaline levels up to 11. The band was established 2014. They're from India. Heavy metal for fans of Judas Priest, except Motorhead. File under heavy metal, power metal, thrash metal. Bullet points. We already talked about this. I'll skip that one. Enormously fluid and martially powerful blasting sound. Now that is a sentence.
Yeah.
An invigorating revelation for all heavy metal traditionalists. Guitarist Shawshank has a lot to say about the new full-length release. Quote, songwriting for the album began sometime in June 2023 when we got back from our second successful European tour. We only had one song idea to start with and had to write the rest from scratch, but since we're all pumped up thanks to the kick-ass response we received during the tour, the remaining songs came together pretty quickly and we completed the writing process by December. In terms of songwriting, the approach was the same as always, and we didn't consciously do anything different to try to reinvent the wheel. Thank you. This is so refreshing. It's like we tried as hard as possible. No, it's like we stuck to our formula that's great. I respect this a lot. Anyway, our approach has always been to keep it simple and write songs that give us the same feel and excitement we get when listening to our favorite heavy metal bands such as Judas Priest or Accept, to name a few. We are extremely happy with the end results, and we hope you like it as much as we do. All right, and then the album cover looks like it's out of a comic book where there's the band's playing on stage, but reptilian-toothed creatures have invaded the show, and the audience is fighting them, and it's a metal audience. You see the guy with the gauntlets. The guitarist is zapping one of them with the power of his rocking, and the drummer's about to slay one that got onto stage. And it looks like the bassist already has killed one on stage.
Right. And so is the other guitarist who's holding up a severed head.
Yeah. He is like Sub-Zero's finishing move from the first Mortal Kombat.
Whoa. Nice.
Yeah, are they aliens? Is that a UFO at the top?
Oh. Yeah, they could be.
Yeah, this whole thing gives me a comic book vibe in a good way.
Yeah. Another thing I would, before we get too much further, before I forget, I decided they mentioned the adrenaline being turned up to 11.
Yeah.
I don't really have any expertise in this area, but I decided to look up what the normal range of adrenaline is.
Okay.
And it says it's less than 900 PG per milliliter, where PG is, I have no idea.
Is that picograms?
Oh, maybe so. So
11 is like horrendously low.
Yeah, maybe our AI companion will know. What is the normal adrenaline level? It says the normal adrenaline level, according to Michael Wilson's research, is less than 900 PG per milliliter.
It took it from me. Isn't AI great? It just regurgitated what you already said.
I have no. Damn it.
I have it on good authority that 900 is the correct number.
We're using Zoom's AI feature now, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what it says about this.
Oh, just wait till Matt's on. He's gonna draw all over these things with the whiteboard feature. Yeah. By the way, this wasn't cheap. Please consider joining Patreon for as little as $1. And we get enough people, we can afford next year's subscription to Zoom. All right, so the band photo is them in front of a bunch of rusted Connex boxes, in front of which they have set up for their show. And by the way, there's fire.
Yeah, there's like pyrotechnic devices. I don't even know what these would be called. It's like a trident of fire.
Yeah, that flank the stage. It's on both sides.
But in like a DMX controlled box.
Yeah, so and then they're all wearing black and chains and denim, black denim, and I think they're all wearing like serious footwear. They could be walking around a construction site, no problem with that kind of footwear.
I'm in love with this.
Yes.
2 ears.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 ears. I don't think there's too much. We're going to have to dig to find something not good about this. And I don't feel like digging today. So, yeah, 2 ears. I'm all in. This looks awesome.
Okay.
All right, let's see if Narcotic Wasteland can keep up. Narcotic Wasteland unshackles new single Barbarian for the masses for... New single, see, this is already starting off poorly because of the wording. New single Barbarian for the masses for 2024 summer tour dates with Malignancy, Whore of Bethlehem, Ignominious, and Filth. Ignominious, yep. Ignominious. Yeah, you're right. And Filth. Let's see. Kicking off their 2024 summer tour dates. Yeah, we're late on this. Shut up. On May 31st, that are in honor of guitarist Dallas Toller Wade's 50th birthday. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he was in Nile.
Oh.
Yeah. And the 10th anniversary of Narcotic Wasteland's self-titled debut album, the trio was unshackling their latest single, Barbarian, for the masses. So the song is called Barbarian, and they're unshackling it for the masses. Let's just be clear here. The song will be featured on the band's forthcoming third full-length digital cordyceps out on Megaforce Records. Release date to be determined.
Isn't that the fungus from
maybe.
Last of Us? Cordyceps?
You got me. I don't know. Dallas Toller Wade comments on the new track, quote, "Barbarian is one of my favorite songs I've written so far. The guitar work is thrashy, but also has a neoclassical element to it. I love the mid-tempo churning bass drums. That is no secret at this point. Lyrically, the song is about my personal feelings on how I want to live my life, but also an observation of what is going on in the world right now. I am sure I'm not the only one who sees we are living in an oligarchic society, meaning we are in a society where only a chosen few have most of the political power. This has always disgusted me. I never needed a political leader or organized religion to tell me how to act, what to read or listen to, and who to vote for. I think it is all complete self-serving bullshit, and I refuse to have any part in it. I am barbaric. I follow no rules but my own. I refuse to participate in a society that is untrustworthy, narcissistic, and completely selfish. So I chose a more nomadic life as far away as possible from all of the madness. I'm here to entertain. It is my calling. I hope you enjoyed the song. Thanks to all of the fans for your continued support and inspiration. Let's rise above and take our freedom back."
Oh, okay. That went weird.
And don't forget to brace yourself for a face melting. They just tack this on at the end. Face melting experience as Narcotic Wasteland announces a metal extravaganza like no other this summer. Their unholy crusade of show dates commences May 31st, 2024 in Crockett, California, and continues its apocalyptic conquest through cities like Portland, Dallas, Austin, New Orleans, Tampa, York, Pennsylvania. I added that one, but it is in there.
Who the fuck gives a shit about York, Pennsylvania?
Culminating in a final siege on July 7th, 2024 in Saginaw, Michigan. They are joined by blah, 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 blistering guitar wails, some fair night of headbanging, tour dates. Yeah, so let's look at this tour real quick. So
there's something deceptive about this billing, by the way.
What's that?
Okay, so it says featuring with on select dates. So I was looking at this list, and it says Filth, Ignominious, Horror of Bethlehem, Malignancy, and all I could think of is, shouldn't Malignancy have the top billing for this? Like, I'm not as familiar with the rest, so maybe they're more popular. But I know that Malignancy is pretty, like,
I mean,
they've been around.
Let's put it this way: I've heard of Malignancy, but the only reason I know of Narcotic Wasteland is because of Dallas Toller Wade.
So I was thinking to myself, yeah, what is this? So I started looking it up, and I can't find any mention of this tour on Malignancy's social media. So what I realized this is there's what's that?
I have information about that. All right, so
it's one or two dates that they play with Malignancy.
It's a few more than that, and it's in the future. So, and one of these is just like a terrible day to do it. Okay, so they're playing. The tour went through California, like 3 cities I've never heard of. Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Vancouver, BC, Millet, Alberta, Great Falls, Montana, Jeez. Denver, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas. Man, they covered some ground that.
And that was the next day.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Dallas, Austin, Laredo, Corpus Christi, Houston, New Orleans, and Long Beach, Mississippi with Horror of Bethlehem. So they did a run with Horror of Bethlehem. All right. And then they go back on their own. Pensacola, Tampa, Daytona, Pompano, Jacksonville, all in Florida, obviously. Ridgeville, South Carolina. Okay, so that was just them. Then Raleigh, York, Pennsylvania, Wallingford, and that's with Ignominious.
Yes.
Okay, so I keep bringing up York, Pennsylvania because it's hilarious. It's like an hour north of Baltimore. It's an hour west of Philadelphia. It's like, it's kind of middle of nowhere ish.
Yeah. I know people that live in York, Pennsylvania, and they're like, yeah,
And they're playing Skid Row Garage, which is like, it's a DIY type venue.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's a good venue, but it is very DIY. Okay, so now to answer your Malignancy thing. So after that, they're going to Lebanon, Maine for the New England Death Metal Fun Time Bonanza with Malignancy, who's headlining.
Okay.
Then Oakdale, New York, Albany, New York, Whitehall, Pennsylvania, Rochester, New York, Lakewood, Ohio, Chicago, Illinois, and Saginaw, Michigan, all... sorry. Yeah, there's only 2 dates with Malignancy, and then the rest of that is all with Filth headlining. Specifically says headlining. So there's your answer.
Yeah, it's very...
They are billed below Malignancy.
Okay, that would make more sense to me. Now this makes sense. I was just trying to put together, like, how does this band get billing above Malignancy?
Right.
Now I know.
And Rochester is on July 4th. So, like, it seems like not a great day for a show.
The album art is pretty low effort.
Well, I think this is a single. So it's
Okay.
It's a Jackson King V with a Tunematic bridge and string through is red, and it's being like encircled by a snake, and somehow they jammed it through a skull. And that's probably not good for the headstock or the skull for that matter. And it's got like wings with feathers on it. I don't see what this has to do with oligarchs, but maybe there's some symbolism I'm missing.
So why is this guy from Nile in?
He's formerly of Nile.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look him up. He's from Black Seeds of Vengeance through What Should Not Be Unearthed. So that's 2000 or 2015. That's a lot.
And Black Seeds of Vengeance is my favorite Nile album.
I mean, it's, yeah. So why did he leave?
Yeah, I think that's a topic for another day.
Huh.
Okay, well, I'll give this one ear. Dallas Toller Wade is very talented.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard any of his work outside of Nile. So I don't think I'll be going to the York show, though, unfortunately. Sorry. Well, 'cause, I'm busy that day. Anyway, which is June 27th.
I'm going to knock it down to 0.75 ears. And the reason is, if you look at their second album, it uses the same exact wings as the left side.
Is that laziness or a branding thing?
But it's only the left side. The right side is not the same.
All right, well, at the Narcotic Wasteland.
Maybe it's not the same. I don't know. But it's...
Oh, yeah, it's very similar. It's like the same idea, only it's a guitar now.
Instead of a syringe. Like a Sears Roebuck in the 1940s syringe, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right. Last one.
Oh, my goodness.
Uh-huh. NZM, the best of NZM album download for worldwide media review radio airplay. Well, I didn't need to read that part. Wait, I need to find something right here. All right. South Florida. High energy power metal band NZM is releasing their new album, The Best of NZM, on July 19, 2024 via Fire Rock Music Group. Their album's first advanced single, No Innocence, will be released worldwide on June 14th, 2024. So it's already out. The band and label are providing the full blah, blah, blah. All right. Michael Wilkerson, head of A&R for Fire Rock Music Group, comments, quote, Nick Z. Marino, the band leader of NZM, is an amazing talent of epic proportions. He was an incredible find for our record label. When I heard this single, No Innocence, at that moment in time, I knew we had to sign him. NZM, the best of NZM track listing. No Innocence, Freedom Has No Price. Everyone's talking about freedom. All right. The Force Within, Soul, Remember My Name, You Gotta Go Away. Not, it's You Gotta Go Away.
Just
Never kneel down. Raise your head. To Be With You. Get Away. Rise Above. End of Days. All right. So they do have a song called You Gotta Get Away and a song called Get Away.
I'm going to quickly note their vocalist. His other bands, Nick Marino, which is his, so there's Nick Marinovich. So he's also in Nick Marino, which is a solo project. Also in Yngwie Malmsteen. Which is actually pretty serious. Oh, so Rising Force Records. That's got to be that's Yngwie's label, right?
Yeah, but this says Fire Rock Music Group, so
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference between the music group and Rising Force is.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, the other guys are
Brian Wilson.
What?
Brian Wilson. He's on drums.
This says it's Kevin Klingenschmid, and on drums, and on bass is Robert Klingenschmid. And,
the Klingenschmid brothers.
Yeah, and Denver Cooper on lead guitar, according to this. All right, biography. This is actually not a lengthy, horrendously long one. NZM is a high-energy power metal band with strong melodic vocal lines and edgy riffs. NZM is based in South Florida and was formed in 2010. Artists such as Yngwie Malmsteen, Symphony X, Deep Purple, AC/DC, Dio, Iron Maiden, Queen, and the Scorpions have had a strong influence on NZM's music. Nick Z. Marino released his first solo album, Freedom Has No Price, for Yngwie Malmsteen's Rising Force Records in April 2010. Nick Z. Marino has been the keyboardist / singer of Yngwie Malmsteen's Rising Force from 2009 to present. NZM, it's Nick Z. Marino, I get it. Drummer Kevin Klingenschmid is also the current drummer in Yngwie Malmsteen's band. Oh, and then there's a very long, it's a very long biography for Nick Z. Marino, which we don't need to get into. All right, so the artwork is some poor lady with some kind of skin problem where someone has engraved designs in her face and too much Botox, has been surrounded by dragon snakes. So,
she looks very disappointed.
Yeah,
or like who are you again?
What do you mean you're out of bisque?
Bisque?
I don't know.
This tomato bisque has it. Not enough tomato. Too much bisque.
The band photo, I need to address the band photo. Close your eyes and picture Yngwie's backing band. Yeah, that's what I picture.
Yeah, on the left.
They're wearing like fancified outfits, and they're looking annoyed, like you just said Yngwie's overrated or something. They're like,
Yeah, on the left is a guy who likes the Renaissance Festival.
Yep.
A very large amount. On the right is clearly a drummer who likes Green Day. And then vocalist has to be the guy second from the left, and then the other guy has to be the guitarist.
I 100% agree with you.
I keep trying to tell myself he's wearing a jacket, and he's not currently in a cast. And he's got 2 dog tags on.
Can you enlist in the military twice? What if you're like schizophrenic?
So, okay, this album art has to be AI generated, right? Like, it's got that look.
It does have that look.
Like, if you look at her neck.
Yeah.
On
There's
the left
like a
side.
discontinuity.
Yeah, I mean, now I'll be unpopular for this. I'm not completely against the idea of using AI for stuff, but that being said, this doesn't look, there's a little bit too much odd about this one.
Yeah, like the face is stretched and the eyes are weird. And
Yeah, they're kind of like wide. They're a little too wide and maybe a little bit kind of offset.
And if you look at the dragons, the top right one doesn't quite make sense.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, I bet this is AI generated.
Yeah.
There are odd choices made if it's not.
It's okay. I'll say this. It's striking. Like if you came across this in a store. Oh, let me look at that.
Yeah, but then the more you look at it, like you wouldn't buy this on vinyl. You go, that looks weird.
Yeah, true.
Yep. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 0.75 years.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just power metal. Clearly, these guys have the chops.
You know what? I'm gonna raise that to 1 year.
Yeah.
But,
I'll do it here. Yeah, you're right. Because like, if they were if Nick Marino was handpicked for Rising Force Records,
right?
They've got to be talented. Whether or not they're talented at songwriting is a different deal, but it's sort of weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have to check it out, but only halfway because 1 year. All right.
Right.
Until next time. What?
Wait.
Yeah.
We have to ask our AI companion to summarize the episode.
Oh yeah. You're right. You're right. I forgot.
You got it, or you want me to
you go ahead and you read it to me.
If I wanted your opinion, I'd tell it to you.
I'll just fill the space with some of my.
It needs zazz.
With some of my things here.
Dead air.
Okay.
We don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, I like this already.
Oh, excellent.
In the episode, Michael Wilson and the podcast team reviewed 2 metal promos that were sent in.
I mean, that's not wrong. Well, it's wrong about 2 metal promos.
The first one was from Against Evil, an Indian heavy metal band with a new album out. The team discussed the band's history, their approach to songwriting, and the artwork for their album. They also mentioned the band's tour dates. I don't know that we did that last one.
Right, that was the other band.
The second band was NZM. So we lost Narcotic Wasteland.
Oh, the AI hates Narcotic Wasteland, apparently.
The second band was NZM, a high-energy power metal band from South Florida. The team discussed the band's history, their musical influences, and their upcoming album. They also commented on the artwork for the album, which they found to be slightly odd. Throughout the episode, the team discussed the concept of an oligarchic society and how it relates to their experiences with the music industry. They also touched on the use of AI in generating artwork and the potential issues of relying too heavily on AI.
I want to know what episode the AI listened to.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's going to be a new feature, I think. Oh, that's good. All right. Well, until next time, Metal Nation, make sure you're stocked up on bisque.
I'm asking the AI companion what it thinks about bisque. The meeting transcript does not provide information on what Michael Wilson thinks about bisque.